Alright, we're in the final round here. Yes, this is a keep. So, do we want to turn to the Pale Rider? Probably. What do I want to discard, though? Probably some Cobalts, I guess. Let's just make a double play next turn. Alright. If he uses Apparatus, we flip our Messenger too, so this all seems fine. He could also use it on the Messenger, I guess. Hermit of the Natternolls. Well, we're out of spells, so that could actually be a problem. Well, guess not anymore. Alright. Still need to basically top deck spells to get out of this problem. Well, that's a good one to... It's a good one to draw. It's not exactly what we need at the moment, but... Yeah, I imagine we're going to have to 2-for-1 ourselves here. That's not a huge deal, though. So we're going to swing with these three, because I'm most willing to sacrifice my Messenger. So we're going to 2-for-1 ourselves. It's not a big deal, though, like I said. Opponent may also not block, which I'm also okay with. Okay. Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't anticipate that one. I don't know why I forgot this was a 3-4. So... Did my accidental play end up a good buff? A bluff, rather? No. No. Opponent's like, I have no choice. Which is true. So my attack just turned out to be really poor. So we're going to really, really badly 2-for-1 ourselves here, which is just horrific. So I should have definitely just attacked with Messenger and the rats, but did not do that correctly. I don't know. I really don't know what I was thinking. No idea what was going in my brain. For some reason, I thought the Pale Rider still had like a smooth sail and ride, but no, sir, not at all. So that really sets me really far behind now too, because I've got to deal with Apparatus, which is a problem. But more importantly, I lost my Pale Rider completely needlessly, so definitely a big problem there. Alright, so it looks like opponent's gonna attempt to flip air here. Oh, twins. Why didn't you just... That doesn't make sense. I mean, we're still going to make the trade, but could have just eaten our wolf without losing his heir. Spiteful motives. All right. Probably going to have to deal with an aim high here. But not playing around it. I guess I'm okay with that too. Obviously, I can't use the spiteful motives because if I do, he just apparatuses in response. I could have sandbagged the land. I'm not sure if that makes a difference. All right, we lose everything, so now we got to draw off the top some hot stuff here. Once again, I completely put myself in this position. I wouldn't be in great shape, but I am in just horrific shape because I made a bad decision there. So no fault but myself on that one, which is always a bad feeling. Hate making mistakes. Hate it. So throttle, I have to do it now. It doesn't save me, so we'll just pass and lose here. I mean, technically, I could buy myself another turn, but there's actually no card I could draw here that brings me back in the game, because I'm going to have to at least take, so my opponent's going to draw 2 cards, and I'm going to take 5 and go to 1. I'd rather just die. There's nothing I can draw. Even Ever After at this point basically gives me a Rats and an Aristocrat. I'd be at 1. My opponent would still be left with at least 3 creatures. We're just going to take the death on this one. I'd rather my opponent not know about Throttle. I mean, it's like, no, I'm not going to, there's no way to win there. There theoretically is a way to win, but it's so low that I would rather just not have my opponent know about Throttle. Like, I would have to Throttle. My opponent draws 2. He has to have 5 lands. I go to 1. I rip an Ever After. I play that. I'm still dead. So I actually don't think there was another way to survive more than 1 turn without revealing information needlessly. So yeah, still kind of kicking myself over the mistake, but I'll get over it. So let's figure out what we want to do here in the meantime. What did we see? We saw werewolves and harvest hand. So dual shot's not looking good. Apparatus doesn't look good. I don't think we have anything that looks better necessarily. I mean, Rotten Heart Ghoul, I guess, technically can block Natternall's flipped or unflipped Solitary Hunter, but I'd rather just... Unfortunately, Inner Struggle is pretty terrible against both of those cards. Yeah, they're going to be problems. He just happens to have creatures that are good against our type of removal. But I think this is as good as geared as we're going to get. Even Twins, like, our Inner Struggle is just straight up bad. Just bad in this matchup. Not good, which is bad because Inner Struggle is one of our best removal spells, so that's extremely troubling to say the least. But Rancid Rats looks good here, so all right. We'll do what we can. No choice. Yeah, I guess we'll keep this. Not a thrilling hand by any stretch of the imagination, but it's what we'll keep. I don't think we have double black, do we? Well, with the double black spell in hand. Nicely done. I guess for that reason I could discard a red mana, but I do have multiple double reds, right? And I have double Imbrai Wolf, which really wants... So, do I want to discard a land here or the Tormenting Voice? I think I'm going to discard a land. It could be bad, but we'll find out. Alright, so now I guess we can Tormenting Voice a mountain. So I'm trading 3 for 4 here, which isn't great, but otherwise I'm trading 0 for 3, which also is very bad. So I'd rather trade 3 for 4 than 0 for 3. So if he leaves the mana up, I also can't attack because I have to worry about twins. Alright, so it looks like he's got twins. Which I guess is okay now. It means I can at least Fiery Temper the air. Alright, so after he pays the mana, so we can avoid pump spells on my opponent's turn. We're going to Fiery Temper the Air of Falconwrath. All right. Deadweight's not a bad draw, actually. So we can go back to trading 3 for 4 if we deadweight the Quilled Wolf, which I think we'll do. We could actually... That's actually not bad. We can deadweight the twins, and then we can keep our Pale Rider back. That probably is better for me, actually. I mean, granted, he's going to get to Quilled Wolf, but we also have Throttle, so I'm just going to deadweight this and pass. All right, twins number 2. 2 cards left in my opponent's hand. Might have to do a Leap of Faith Throttle here. Well, a Curse Switch helps. Gives us some blocking choices here. Like we can double block a twins now, which is good. Leave up Throttle at some point. All right. So we'll pass. All right. That's going to be a problem. I might just have to throttle that now, which isn't ideal. Because now it's going to make it so I can't play throttle on their turn, which is pretty bad. But I have Ever After. I can't cast it, though. That is a problem. Alright, let's play the Embryo Wolf and pass. We at least have one chump block with our Accursed Witch, or a block we can mull over or think about. Is there a splash color? No. So maybe just for Delirium. So just flipping the Hermit. I may just want to throttle it now. I can deal with Quilled Wolf. I guess we'll throttle this. I want to be able to cast spells on my opponent's turn. Ooh, that was a good draw. Like, Quilled Wolf's going to be a problem, but like I said, I can double block it. Like, I can block with Witch and Pale Rider and get my Pale Rider back at some point. Which is fine. Yeah, this is fine. We're not losing that much value. We do get a Quilled Wolf off the board. Our opponent's cursed. We're following up with a Wolf of Devil's Breach. We can cast Ever After. So there are a lot of positive things going on. Plus we can triple pump Embryo Wolf now. So this way, even if he has an answer to the Wolf, we've got a nice Ever After play. Getting back Pale Rider and Wolf. Ideally drawing a land so we don't have to discard a spell. Solitary Hunter. Alright. And a Rancid Rats. Well, I guess I'm okay with that. We're sitting behind a curse. We have our own Rancid Rats now, which is nice. And we're in full-fledged hangout mode while we're cursing our opponent to death. And in a pinch, I can attack with Wolf of Devil's Breach to kill something, maybe? I'm a little more willing to trade rats for rats here. Since I have the Ever After. Okay. So 3 cards in my opponent's hand. I can attack with Wolf and kill one of the pack by discarding Ever After, but I might just want to take the value now, which I think is better, and just Ever After back my 2 dudes. This keeps his army at bay. My Embryo Wolf is growing. My Infectious Curse is getting him. I can draw spells to kill his guys with Wolf at some point. His army is still pretty much at bay. I can start attacking with Embryo Wolf, actually, which isn't bad. Not now, but when I have all my mana. And he doesn't really have a great trade for it. He can 2-for-1 himself to get rid of it. I think I'm okay with that. I guess it's a 2-for-2, but the dead weight has already been done a lot of work for us. All right, that sucks that it happened the turn after we played Ever After, but that's all right. I see. I think I'm fine trading a Rats for a Twins because I can still trade my Ember Wolf for one of the pack. Plus now I can attack with Pale Rider too. Maybe I can't. Although my opponent does not have Delirium yet. Oh, Skeleton's a good draw. Alright. Let's do Skeleton and pass here. I could attack with Pale Rider. Oh, never mind. Solitary Hunter. How did I almost make that mistake again? Maybe that's what I did last game. Thought it was still flipped? I don't think it was ever flipped, though. I have no idea how I could possibly look at that twice and think that I could skulk past, or that he didn't have a good block. I mean, this game, I guess it made a little sense because this was just flipped. I think the Skeleton is pretty awesome on this board. We're going to die real fast to a flyer. Not real fast, but I guess it depends. If it's like a Markov Dread Knight, it's going to be real fast. But we also have a lot of removal spells. We also have Macabre Waltz, which means I do want to sandbag at least one land, despite the fact that Ember Wolf craves lands. Ooh, Rats number 2 is nice. So I can attack with Pale Rider. We'll see if he takes the blob trade, which I guess I'm okay with. So opponent's got a combat trick. Or not. Alright. Throttling the Ember Wolf. Which does mean my opponent's got 4 card types, which does mean I think Rats is going to block Blob because I've got Skeleton to permablock this, so I can't allow multiple turns of my opponent getting Blob value. Ooh, that's horrific news for us. Yep, that's bad news bears. That's bad news bears right there. So rip anything but land, please. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Look at that value. Some sexy, sexy value from our opponent there. We're doing a whole lot of nothing. So, gonna take an absurd amount of damage here. Not gonna be good. Gonna be real bad. So I think we gotta eat the blob. We could double block the hunter, but that just seems like a way to lose real quick. I mean, we're on a fast track to losing right now, but still holding out hope I could rip something nice here. That would be sweet. All right, deck. Jeez. I get it. You hate me. You hate me, deck. I get it. All right. Extremely, extremely, extremely dead. Bummer. All right. Well, still kicking myself for that game one play, but we still very easily could have lost that game. But it's always nicer to lose not through your own means. Oh, there's the spells I was looking for. Yeah, we actually still had some lands around the corner, but still much happier I'm playing 16 lands. I feel like I get flooded less. A lot less, somehow, even though it's really not that significant. It's one less land, but it does feel like it makes a world of difference in terms of flooding. So, gonna stick it out in Swiss longer. Second time I've lost in Swiss to a green-black deck, correct? Yeah. This one doesn't seem as good as the last round's, last draft's green-black deck's opponent. Yeah, that was easy to get out. But this deck was still pretty good, too. Blob's a beast, right? When you're not doing anything. When you're sitting back and hoping to ride a curse to a 20-turn victory. It did not work out so well for us. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed it anyway. We'll see you this weekend. Tune into the stream. We'll see you then.